Let's switch. Fish and Gold shows that I'm live. Let me pull chat up. Yo, Brandon, you in yet? Looks like it's running good. What's going on? What's going on? We're trying to do. We think we found out what the problem with the 1080p streaming is. So we're doing. I'm gonna do a good 45-minute test. Probably 30-minute test, something like that. At least 20 to 30 minutes. I just want to sit in here, test this out. I want to make sure I get this perfect because we kept on having issues. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. If anybody wanted to come in, they could come in, but it's just a test. It's a test because I want to get this ready. If I could do 1080p and live streams out on the water, that's what I want to do. I prefer not to do 720 if I don't have to. So here we are. But I pretty much look, every time we've done it before, we've had issues. So I think I found out what the problem is. My buddy, he thinks he found it out. So we made some changes to the output, and I'm just trying to see how smooth it is, if we have any problems come up, or how it goes. So that's what we're doing. Gotta get these little tests going, so that way I'm out in the field. When I'm not out in the field trying to fish for everybody, I'm not out here, freezing up like. So yeah, I gotta do this test. I gotta make sure it keeps going. So we're pretty sure it's not a network issue. So we're going through these different changes, just trying to make sure everything's good to go. But I think this is gonna fix it. So we'll see how it goes. Keeping my fingers crossed. So far, I'm watching myself on the computer on another channel, from one of my other channels, making sure everything's smooth, nothing's lagging out. Looks good so far. But it was good the other day as well. And then I think we ran for about 20 minutes, and that's when we had the problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a longer test and make sure everything's good. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's perfect because, the 720p stream ran fine, but the 1080p is where I had the problem. And I want 1080p. If I could run that extra quality and make it that much better, I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I just got to make sure it's good before I go out there. So... especially since we're talking about going out tonight, so that's why I'm up now. So I just want to do a quick test. But if you want to hang around. If you want to talk, I'll message back and forth with you. If more people come in, I guess we're gonna have a conversation. But yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this up for a good 20, 30 minutes. It's gonna be just me looking at me live, but that's what we're about to do. I gotta make sure it works. So this is what we're doing. People share it out. I hope they don't. I put in there it's a test. But oh man. That's not me. Yeah, so I'm actually still working. I figure while I'm working, I go add this running and we'll see how it goes. So far, I'm looking at myself. It hasn't been freezing yet. We're about what? Only 4 minutes in. Yeah, it looks crisp. So, but Don, I told you yesterday we did it, and we ran good for about 17 minutes before I had problems. So I think what I'm going to do, like we said, I'm going to keep this up for 20, 30 minutes. I'm going to see after like 30 minutes, just doing a little live stream, see how it goes. Yeah. No, I'm not running Wi-Fi at all. California angling. Yeah, my goal is to go out. Even if I don't get the 1080p working, I'm still going to go out tonight. But yeah. Yeah, Don, Wi-Fi is disabled. No Wi-Fi. So we know for sure. I'm on 5G right now. So it's the 5G. There's nothing else. So it's running smooth. Like I said, it was running smooth yesterday. But look, we lowered the bit rate. Maybe that's what it's going to be. And hopefully that's all it was. So like I said, we're about almost 5 minutes in. If we can get about 15, 20 more minutes of running smooth, look, you might have found that answer, man. You might have found it. Yeah, you gotta ask. Look, I did though. I did, but yeah, I'm glad that you had a chance to look for me, man. I've been slammed at work all day today, so I'm glad that you had a chance and you found that's probably the possible fix. I'm hoping that's what it is, because if I could run this 1080p instead of doing 720, that'll be awesome. So hopefully this is it. Now that you mentioned that, it does sound about right. bit rate was probably too high and they couldn't handle it. So I mean, if they're saying that the average bit rate is 6,000 and I had the default of 48,000, I mean that's a huge difference. And it's not like my stream is not running smooth. I mean, it looks good to me. I mean, I'm looking at my movement, stuff like that. There's no glitch, nothing. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Look, I wanted to look today. I don't know. You came in the stream for a little bit yesterday. I had wrapped my rods and all that stuff, and I was gonna try to do it today during lunch. I didn't even get a lunch break yet, so I was like, man, I didn't have a chance to do nothing. So I just been stuck in front of the computer all day long. Just oh man, it's just been nonstop since like 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, I mean, like I said, it looks like it's running smooth. I mean, we're 6 minutes in. We got what? I'm going to do about 20 to 24 minutes left to see how it's going to go. I'm going to do a long test. We're going to make sure this is good. And if it's good to go, I guess I'll be doing my 1080p live stream tonight. Everybody's going to be like, oh, man, he looking crisp. Oh, man, I can see how ugly he is because he's in 1080p. Oh, shit. Like, I got to get a haircut or something. I'm like, golly, look at this guy. No, Anwar can't go out tonight. He actually is gonna be relaxing because we've actually been out a lot lately and it's been cold. And he said he hasn't been feeling super great. So I think he's gonna hang out at the house. So it'll probably just be me tonight solo adventure. Thinking about going to maybe Georgetown area. I appreciate you, Brandon. Thanks, man. Thanks for I hope, like I said, it looks like it's running smooth. Hopefully that tip worked. I appreciate you having a chance to look and find that for me because I mean, like I said, work's been busy today. I haven't even had a chance to work on the YouTube and check out why it wasn't working. So if this works, man, good looking. I really appreciate it. I mean, like I said, so far it's running good. It says I'm running. It shows at the top because you know the program shows I'm running at 30 frames per second, 6,000. So it's running perfect. Doesn't look like nothing's dropping. So we can hopefully it keeps up. We're about almost 7.5 minutes in. So hopefully in another 23 minutes, everything's still running fine, and I can say that the test worked and it was successful. So we'll keep it up. We'll keep it up. We're gonna make sure this test works. I'm gonna go out there in the 1080p. So, oh man, let's see. Request improvement pending upon legislation again. That's the time. Yeah, I mean, so where I was at the other day, look, I tried it yesterday at a full 5G spot. So I mean, it makes sense. Maybe there was too much data being sent. That's why, and that's probably why it probably was able to handle it for a little bit of time, but then they probably had problems. So you're exactly right. Because I was in full 5G yesterday when I tested it. When it lagged, it was running for 17 minutes, and then boom, it just um. Yeah, so I mean, I'm running full 5G right now, full bars, just like yesterday. So I mean, like I said, I think you're right. I think it was the data that was being pushed out was too much for them, and they couldn't handle it. That's what it was. So I mean, it wasn't a service thing. I mean, you already know I'm running the newest phone, so it's not like I have, I got one of the newest processors. So it's not like this phone is not capable of doing it. So we'll see. But yep, so hopefully it keeps up. Like I said, looks like everything's going smooth. I got it up on my computer, logged in from another account to make sure, see how it's looking. I mean, I haven't glitched one time, so there's been no even not even a little freeze. It's been running smooth. So, and then now we'll just have to see, if do I have to be full, the only other thing that I can see, I mean, luckily where I was yesterday, I had full 5 bars. So, I mean, where I'm at now, because my house, I have full 5 bars as well. So I know for a fact that, where I was yesterday, where it did glitch, I had 5 bars. So it's the same. It's not enough power to do it. As long as 4G is stable, you should have a program. Yeah, so remember I'm running 5G. So another thing I did just to be safe going forward for my live streams, I actually upgraded my plan. So my plan now runs unlimited 5G. No, it doesn't have any limits. It doesn't be like, oh, you hit your 50 gigs. Oh, you hit 100 gigs. We're going to reduce you to 3G. Nah, my plan is now set for full 5G no matter how much data I use. So I definitely did that change. That actually went into effect yesterday around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's no longer, that can't be an excuse. But yeah, just making all these changes, trying to make sure I get get these streams running perfect. Yeah, taking all the bandwidth. Nobody else gonna have bandwidth. I'm gonna be doing 1080p live streams. They're gonna be like, "Where's all this? Why we got gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs and data going to them?" Calling the FCC, you fool. Their cell phone taking every. Oh, hold up. Did it drop for you? Because it said, like, it said something real quick, but it went away. Oh, see, look at that. You saw that it was a 2 second. You saw that out of Don. Did you see that? It was like 2 seconds of reconnecting. Luckily, yeah, it just hit a hiccup, but it was quick. At least it wasn't like last time. See, I told you. And that's at 6,000. That's at 6,000 kb. Luckily, that one was like a 2 second hiccup. So I'm not too worried about that as long as it doesn't happen again. That was not bad. It was literally 2 seconds. But we might have to put it down to 5,500. Yeah, maybe it shows a frame drop. So this does have, there is an option in here. There is an option here for drop protection. I don't know what that does though. I'll have to check that out. So they do have like this built-in drop protection. Maybe that's something I need to check out. But I mean, you saw that was one for like it dropped for like what, a second. I mean, that's not that bad if it happens on live stream. If it's only 1 second, I see people have stuff mistakes all the time. Yeah, I mean, we could just have to drop it down. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I mean, maybe what I'll do is I'll drop it down to maybe 5,500 or 5,000 after this, because if it was only a 1 second, that was nothing. It was down for 1 second. So I mean, look, we're 12 minutes in, we're still running good. So I'll leave that as a hiccup. It may put delay so it has a buffer. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. What's going on, Anglerholics? We're just doing a test. My buddy might have found a fix. I haven't had a chance to work on my live stream at all, but he thinks he had a fix. So we're testing out a fix for my 1080p live stream to see if we can get this to work. That way, if I go out and I want to do it, we're not lagging. We're not freezing. When I was running 720 yesterday, we're fine, but I still want to get 1080p working if I can get it working. So that's what we're doing now. We're just doing tests. We're trying to make this stream as best as possible, and he had a fix that he think could work. He had a chance to check it out today. I've been busy all day at work, been slammed. Still working right now. Luckily, what I'm doing is just running in the background, so I don't have to engage too much, but I figured I'd go ahead and do like a 20 to 30 minute test and see how smooth it runs and see if we might have fixed the problem. And so far, it seems good. We had like a 1 second little pause, but I mean, I've seen that on other people's live streams, so I'm not too worried about that. As long as nothing else happens the rest of the stream, I think that we might have fixed it. So it's looking good so far. It's looking good. We'll see how this goes. But we're almost 14 minutes in right now, so, and it's still running smooth. What would you call me after 2:30? Well, look at that. My boss is about to call me in about 7 minutes, so I will get a full 20-minute stream. Oh man, unless if I mute I'll have to mute this. Maybe I can mute it and keep it going and see if it still keeps going. So but I'm streaming on my phone. Look at that. So it looks like I'm getting off in 7 minutes anyways. Oh man. Well, we'll see. It's running good. No issues. Don, so maybe what I'll do is I'll probably put it down to the 5,500, because if we only had like a 1 second delay, maybe if I do 5,500, I won't have anything at all. What do you think? You think 5,500, just do it to do it? I mean, because we're at 6,000. If we go to 5,500, if at 6,000 I had like, what was it? Literally a 1 second delay one time. If I go to 5,500, it probably won't even happen. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might just do 5,500 and see how it goes from there. I mean, because look, we already know 6,000 right now is running smooth. I mean, that one delay was not bad. So, I mean, it was literally 1 second. The good thing is it shows my connection at the top. I'm still running full bars. I'm still running 30 frames per second. Yeah, and I'm at 1080p max. So I mean, I could go down to 1080p. Instead of 60 frames per second, we could do 30 frames per second. That's one thing I did not try. I'm at 60 frames per second. I wonder if 30 frames per second would make that big of a difference. With having less lag. That could be another thing. I'm not sure. I mean, all we could keep doing is just keep testing it out until we get it perfect. I mean, right now it's pretty much near perfect. I mean, we're running smooth. Basically, the higher you put it helps you when you have a lot of motion, keep it from getting grainy. Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I don't look too grainy, at least not on my screen. Woo! I have to think. I mean, I do move for when I go fishing, so, but I mean, I'm looking on my screen when I moved. I mean, the only thing that you see right now is the glare from my door and stuff. But I mean, it's not messing me up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we might. I mean, look, 6,000 is good. So I mean, I think I might just go to 5,500. 5,500 might be where it's at. I think that might be what I'm gonna do. But what do you think about it? Do you think I should lower from 60 frames per second to 30 frames? What do you think? 60 to 30? Nah. All right. So leave it at 60. Okay. All right. We'll just leave it at 60. I mean, like I said, it's not. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think it's running smooth. I mean, we haven't had a hiccup, and we're already almost 17 minutes in. So yeah, Chunky, we're 17 minutes into a stream doing 1080p testing. My buddy Don Omega. Yeah, what's the count? I don't know. I don't know. I'm catching fish on my video game. That's I got about 20. I got about 20 fish. No, but we think my buddy might have fixed the live stream. He had time to check it out today. He hooked it up. I think that we got the 1080p working now. I think it's good to go. He might have fixed it. So thank God he had time to help me out, and he was slow on work today, so he might have found the fix. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm playing Bass Pro Fisher 2020 on PC. No, no, no. Hey, Don, we don't catch bass. So look, I'm playing Catfish and Adventures 10102 or whatever. Oh, I'm fishing in New World right now, catching catfish. But yeah, we're just doing a test. I mean, it looks good. Looks good. No delays. Everything's running great. But yeah, hey Don, you got to be careful. People don't like that bass word in here. Look, this is a catfishing channel. We might say it every once in a while if somebody asks, but we ain't playing no bass fishing games over here. Oh man. So hey, look, we're almost at the 20 minute mark. No, bass are good too, but there's a lot of catfish people that come in. We talking about bass? What? I told people I fish for everything. Look, I go on my buddy, he's a professional bass fisherman. I go out for bass. I go out for stripers. I go deep sea fishing. I go catfishing. Look, I just like fishing. My kids, they look, they don't always want to go catfishing, so we go down to the ponds. We'll catch bass. We'll catch crappie. We'll catch they have little carp over there, and we'll catch bluegill. I mean, look, we go for anything. Yeah, catfish do hold a special place. I do agree. I mean, that's why I target catfish the most because I do like the fight of a catfish. Catfishing is just fun. I mean, for me, I like when you get that big fighter and you're like, man, how big is it? Like you got that monster just bending your pole over. So yeah, you do get bigger catfish. So I mean, don't get me wrong, bass can fight good, but I will say this, because I don't know where you're located, Spank, but our location, what are they called? Why can't I think of it right now? Snakeheads. Snakeheads were introduced into the Potomac by somebody not that long ago. They've taken over. But snakeheads over here, like, we didn't have them before, grew up, there was no such thing as snakeheads in our waters. But yeah, when I first started fishing, when I first got my first snakeheads blew bass out the water. I was like, oh my lord, like how they fight. Oh man. I'll be honest. After I saw how good they fight, I was like, man, I saw the videos that you see from like, the different, the different countries that have the different type of snakeheads. A lot, some of the way bigger ones. I was like, man, too bad they didn't bring one of those species over. Oh man, we have channel cats and the big channels cat C 24-pound caught and released last year. Okay, 24 pounds is a big channel cat. I don't know if we have channel cats here as well. I don't know what the largest is, but that's pretty good. So, well, look, guys, we officially hit. We're almost at 21 minutes now. 21 minutes, no lag, no lag. I think we got it running. I think Don. I think it's good. Yeah, Don. I think we're good. I think this is it. It's no lag. We're running smooth. We're hitting 21 minutes, no problems. So this is a longer test than I did before. I've kept it up. We're running smooth. I think it is what it is. I think what I will do though is we'll change that one other setting, go about 500 kilobytes lower, and I think that'll be the sweet spot just to be safe. But it's looking good. I don't think we're gonna have any problems. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you finding that fix for me. Since I've been slammed at work today, but I think that what you said is the problem, and now we're running good, no issues at all. So yeah, I think we're good. I mean, like I said, we're coming up on 22 minutes now. When I did my stream yesterday, we had already had a problem by now, and so far we're running good. So like I said, my boss will be calling soon, so I'm probably gonna leave it up until he calls, but. I'm gonna, try to keep on seeing if we're gonna have any issues. But as of now, I think we're fine. I think it's running perfect. So I had to go renew my subscription. Yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, look, we'll find out again on real testing tonight when I go live. Hopefully, we don't encounter problems again. I'm like, man, I just did a 45-minute test during the day, go out at night, and it fails. Like, hopefully, that's not what happens. Like, gosh, darn. Oh man, because I mean we're running smooth right now. We're running smooth. So, D Train, yeah, we're gonna probably go out tonight. Yeah, this is on mobile. This is not on my computer. This is on my cell phone right now. We're running on mobile right now. We're doing mobile testing. Oh, somebody just followed me. Oh, look, my pop up worked. Appreciate you, D Train. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we're on mobile. We're doing our 1080p testing. I'll be fishing tonight. Probably hitting if you know anything about the DC area, probably hitting Georgetown to DC. That's where I'm thinking about going because it's easy to go to. It's either Georgetown or I may hit Haynes Point. Haynes Point as well. Either one of those two spots. 'Cause I need something simple, somewhere I could set up my gear and everybody could watch with ease. And like I said, we just wanted to do some testing. My buddy found a fix. Hey, what's going on, Grays? Yeah, so we think we found our 1080p fix. We're on for 23 minutes so far, 24 minutes, no issues. Buddy of mine, Don Omega, he had a chance to try to do some research for me today, and I think he found the fix. So we're gonna try to do our 1080p live streams again. We're running 1080p right now, no computer on the cell phone, and it's been running for 24 minutes, no hiccups. It's running smooth. So like I said, my goal was I don't see anybody running 1080p videos for their live streams. I wanted to be one of the few people doing it. And so now if it looks like it's working, so if it's gonna work tonight, I'll be live fishing 1080p. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Yeah, look, anything I can do to make the stream better for you guys. I mean, I'm working on my rods, trying to get the quality better. Anything I could do to keep on making things better, that's what I'm going to keep doing. So that's what we're doing now. That's what this test is all about. Getting the kinks out, keep on improving and doing anything I could do to get the stream better for you guys. What's going on, Cody 3+1? Appreciate you coming in during the test. Yeah, so I don't know if you can't how long you've been in, but yeah, we're just doing our 1080p test. We've been doing it for about 25 minutes and it's running smooth, no issue. So it looks like we're going to be good to go. I'm probably going catfishing tonight. Be over in DC area doing a live stream and we'll be doing our 1080p. So it's looking good, but everything's smooth. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is definitely good news because we kept on having problems with it. It was definitely disappointing because I really wanted to do 1080p streams. I wanted while it's not that big of a deal, people are like, oh, the 720 1080, you're still clear. I want it. It's not just for that, but I mean, even if I want to take videos off of it and post in other places, it's better if I got a full stream in 1080p. So I just want to get as high as quality as I can. If I could stream in 4K, I would. But so we're streaming in 1080. We got it working. We got all the settings crisp and on track. Everything is good. Like I said, shout out to my buddy Don Omega. He had time today to go ahead and find the fix for me, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, so he found the fix. I was definitely really appreciated. I'm glad everything's running smooth. We've been going now for 25 minutes. There's no issues. I've been watching myself on my computer to see if we got hiccups, if I'm like glitching across the screen. We also did a lot of movements. I wanted to see, if too much movement. So I was just, going move my hands around crazy, trying to do different things just to see how it works. And crazy was cool. Oh, you met Cody's dad? Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Grace, where are you located? Indiana. Okay, okay. Awesome. That's awesome. That's one thing I want to do. I've been fishing a lot of different places. I definitely that's gonna be something cool I might want to do. Try to go to a couple different states, try to get some fishing in a couple different states, try to see what we could do and catch a couple different species on the channel. That might be something interesting to do. Try to go to different, go get, something from this state, go get a fish from this state and have like, try to get some of the main species from each state, even if it's something I've already caught. Um, but just to get, get one video for every place, that'd be pretty interesting. So might be something to do. All right, thanks Grace for coming in and checking us out. Like I said, we're just doing a test, but I appreciate you coming in. So man, I thought my boss had messaged me talking about he was gonna call already, but like I said, I'm still working. Luckily, I don't have to do too much right this second because I got stuff running. But yeah, I mean, I got to do longer on my test, so we're at 28 minutes now, 1080p live stream from the mobile, and it's still running smooth. We have no problems, so I think we're good to go, guys. I don't think I'll see us having any issues. Um, I'm gonna let it hit 30 minutes and I'm just gonna go ahead and close it out. Like I said, everybody that came in, I appreciate it. It was just it definitely it definitely does help if people come in and stay. And a lot of people actually stayed. I'm surprised. I appreciate everybody coming in during my test. I know this is probably not the most exciting thing ever, but yeah. I know typically stationary lives you have to move the phone around to see if it messes up. Well, so mine when I'm doing my live streams, I mean this is a pretty realistic test because so for example when I'm doing my live streams I would have my chair right here and my rods would be behind me. But what we did do during our test just to be safe is I wanted to see if the frames caught up and if we had any problems. So I did a lot of movements like this and just to try to keep the camera having a lot of action. But if you look in the stream, I mean, even doing that, everything seems to, it's keeping up. It's not having pixelation. Everything looks good. What the problem was and what my buddy Brandon found out is we were running things a little bit too high and too fast for YouTube, so we lowered it down, and that seems to be the fix. Everything's running great now. It's not receiving too much data, so and even with the less data being received, we didn't sacrifice picture quality, so everything's running great. Um, and like I said, it's not like it's a user count coming in either because we had a max of 12 people, 13 people on this test. So I mean that's greatly appreciated. I mean, I only get about 30 people when I do a real live stream. So people coming in during my test, that's awesome, guys. And I really appreciate you guys coming in and even chatting with me and letting me know how it looks. So but yeah, we're hitting the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream. Everybody that came in, thank you so much. I'll just go ahead and post this one up, whatever. I'll just leave this on my stream. I might as well just leave it up. But thank you so much. I'll be live later today. We're gonna go to DC and we're gonna do some catfishing. From what I'm hearing, there'll be probably a couple people out. So hopefully everybody or some of us can get on the fish and put out a good show for the Potomac. Thank you so much, everybody, and appreciate you guys.